Hello, if you're a subscriber of mine and you've watched my last 2 or 3 videos, you'll have heard me bang on about the weather, about how windy it's been and how wet it's been. And we haven't just had showers, we've had torrential downpours, and those torrential downpours can quite easily flood a pot like this, quite easily, particularly if whatever's growing in it has stopped growing. This pot is a potato in it called Winston. We're going to harvest Winston later on in this video, but there's a neat trick I want to show you first, how to prevent your pots from becoming waterlogged, from flooding. It's an idea that's been sent in by a subscriber. It's not my idea, it's not original, but I'm going to give it a go. I've never done this before. We won't be able to do it this year because most of what's growing is growing, so it'll be to start next year, and we'll run a couple of trials over winter and see if this idea works. This guy here, Winston, the top's off because the plant had died down. There was no point in leaving it outdoors because all that was happening was torrential rain was going in. There was no plant to take it up. Drainage wasn't as good as it might have been. These potatoes would just go rotten. So this pot has been in the garage for 2 weeks drying out. So now we're going to take it. But I'll just put this pot to one side and I'll show you this neat idea that's been sent to me. Okay, these are the pots that I grow in. You can see, I hope you can see the drainage holes in the bottom there. It's flat bottomed. Okay, so when I stand that on a path, there's a seal being formed by the path. Or if I stand that on pebbles, then there's every chance that pebbles could become lodged in these holes and again prevent drainage. So really I need to get these up off the ground, and what I've been doing is I've been putting small stones underneath them, placing them so as to put the pot slightly on an angle so that I knew at least some of the holes were not being sealed by the weight of the pot pushing it onto the ground. But hey, take a look at this. This is a good idea. And what you're going to need for this, at least what I'm using, these are tops of cartons of milk. As you can see, I've started to save them up. I haven't actually got many of these pots converted yet, but as I empty the pots I'll convert them. So these are tops of milk cartons, of milk bottles. This one has got a piece of double-sided sticky stuck to it. Okay, I haven't taken the cover off this side, so that isn't sticky just yet, but I've stuck it onto the top of this milk bottle top. That's the double-sided sticky. I'm not saying, now this is the first time I've done this, so I'm not don't know that it will work, but I can't see any reason why it won't, and there's probably other things you can use to fix these guys. Have a look at this. Okay. That is a template that I've made out of the base of a pizza. It's polystyrene base from a pizza with 4 equally spaced holes cut in it. Now you definitely don't need to do that. You definitely don't, but I have. Because I want to try and get these feet equally spaced. Okay. These guys are already stuck on there. What we're going to do now is going to remove this backing tape. Sticky now, isn't it? Sticky now. We're going to push that through there onto the top of that, onto the base of that pot, should I say, and it'll stick. Now it may be that you want to screw these to the bottom, you want to use super glue, you want to use any sort of other adhesive, please yourself. This is what I've chose to do, and we take this off, use that on my next pot. Voila, 4 feet. What do you think? equally spaced. Are we in with a shout? That should keep that up off the ground, shouldn't it? So whether I stand this on a path or a patio or on pea gravel, I'm hoping that these feet will actually keep the base of this up off the ground and give me that drainage that I'm looking for. Hey, neat idea. Yes, I'm going to convert some more pots. We'll stand these out over winter, probably fill them with something, I don't know, just to see if the rain or anything affects these, or to see if the pots actually do become waterlogged. In fact, I might actually deliberately waterlog a pot and see if it will drain. Why not? Okay, right. What I'm going to do now, we'll tidy this lot away, and then I'll bring the wheelbarrow into the shot, and we'll drop this pot of Winston potatoes. Just give me a minute. Okay, I've got the wheelbarrow in the shot. Oh, look, those turned up right on cue. Right on cue. Hi, sweetheart. Quiet. Good girl. Yeah, good girl, aren't you? Yeah, she's a good dog. Okay, Winston we're doing today, Molly. Keep your eye on me. Make sure I don't make any mistakes or say anything daft. Okay. Right. As you can see, this guy's got no feet on. This guy's got some feet on. Okay. Right. Let's see. Can you see anything more? Oh, I can see a few. I can see a few. Right. We'll pop that there. We'll break this soil ball open. And don't you try to nick any of these potatoes. So I'm sure, look, oh, it's quite wet still, look. I mean, that's been in the garage nearly a couple of weeks, I think. And that compost's still quite wet, that soil's still quite wet, so it's just as well I brought it in. Whoa, hello. Hey, look at the size of that. That's an early potato, a big early potato. Now the connoisseurs of early potatoes will tell you these are too big. Ah, come on, these are too big. Yeah, well, I hope I get... Oh, gee whiz. Oh, I need to check this ticket. I need to check that these are Winston. Blimey, that's enormous. For an early potato. Yeah, it's Winston. Look at the size of that. What are we going to do with that? Can you chip early potatoes? We're going to find out, Molly, aren't we? Look at the size of that one. Aye, mate. I'll pop these guys to the back of the barrow in a minute so you can get a look at them. And I think we'll probably do a weigh-in, shall we? Since we've got this far. Well, I've got to tell you, that is the biggest early potato that I've seen. The biggest early potato that I've ever grown. Blimey, look at the size of that. It's like a main crop, isn't it? Right, Mo, hold on. Oh, there's a couple of titches for you, I've seen them. Yeah, I've seen them, Mo. There's a couple of titches for you. Let's move these to the back of the barrow. Put that big lad at the bottom, he can prop everybody up. That's about it. You know, I was getting those two, don't you? One more. Okay. I think we'll take these indoors and weigh them. Huh? Come on then, let's go. We'll pop them in. Well, we'll pop them in this pot. I'd be interested to know how much that thing weighs. I'll bet it's 3/4 of a pound on its own. Right, come on, let's go. Come on, Mom. Hello, I've got the scales set up. I haven't washed these potatoes, we'll just weigh them as they are. This is a big lad. Wow, look at that. He's nearly a pound himself. He's 3/4 of a pound in weight. How about that? One potato. Right, let's load them up. Last one. What we got, Molly? Oh, that's dead on. £2. £2 of potatoes from that pot. £2 of Winston. 1 seed potato in. £2 of potatoes out. We're happy with that. We're happy with that, Moll, aren't we? Yep. Moll's wagging the tail. Moll's happy with that. I'm happy with that. Okay. So this is homegrown veg. Signing out. I'd be interested to know how much that thing weighs. I'll bet it's 3/4 of a pound on its own. This is a big lad. Wow, look at that. He's nearly a pound himself. He's 3/4 of a pound in weight. How about that? One potato.